Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for the last game of week number 2. My name is Hysterics. This is Eragon. Now, we're very close. There is a reason for that, because we have a very special guest to round out this week, an absolute legend who last game almost carried his team to victory. Come on! Oh, it's Nisqy! Come on!
Eragon, you inted me in Sulky so hard, man. Like,
wait.
I was 1v9ing, and I was like, who's this Renekton? Like, what the fuck is he doing? And then he was like, and then I was typing, I was like, yo, man, like, can you play mid-game and whatnot? And then he didn't answer, like.
Wait, I'm gonna be with you. First of all, I kind of remember the game. I think I played against Volleybet. Secondly, I'm always trying to improve, man. Look, okay, and sometimes I go 0-11, and that's okay.
Not really, but okay, yeah.
In fact, I got some clips of that game from your POV on the stream. The problem is, man, you stream in French, so I died, and I went to look at my deaths and to see your comments. Maybe you could give me some pointers. But I didn't understand what they said. So production, if you could translate these for me, Nisqy, is there any constructive criticism?
Okay, so first of all, I'm on Discord with my friend.
Okay.
And he's already flaming you. And I'm saying, what is this guy doing? He's saying, your top laner is getting destroyed. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Like, yeah, it was like that the whole game, but you were running it.
Look, is there any tips and tricks maybe you can give me based on these?
Maybe swap champions, play tanks.
I'm a one trick, that's a disaster, isn't it?
We brought Nisqy on to get ready for the last game, and I've just been thrown with this like absolute flame that he's come off the game, almost winning out in mid to flaming you.
Okay.
Deserved.
Hey, look, it was Jack of all trades volley. I've never seen it in my life.
It's fine.
And maybe
he's a Renekton OTP. You can't blame him.
Really?
You know?
That's true.
Really? Do you think you played more?
That's embarrassing.
I'm not. You know, I'm kind of a one trick. I'm not very good at anything else.
Okay.
All right. So BDS and K Corp. Nisqy will be with us for the first 10 minutes, and I'm sure that these two have got a lot to talk about here. We'll have a mid lane focus as well. That's something we can talk about. It's kind of like top Eragon, except it's in the middle of the map.
Well, thank you. I mean, I am a Renekton one trick. Thanks for dumbing things down for me.
All right.
Tell me about the game. I want you to teach me so much about mid that I come away knowing everything about a new matchup.
Okay. I mean, why ban Talia ban from KC? I don't know why they ban Talia when they like it a lot, for example.
Vladi, yeah.
And BDS will probably ban Rumble and Skarner, unless they want to try the Mordekaiser again into it, which didn't work out very well.
What are your thoughts on that? I think it's absolutely terrible.
I think it's terrible. Yeah. Like, Skarner is too broken.
I'm glad.
Let's see what they'll ban here. I know Nuke relax Tristiana.
Yep.
So it might be a takeaway from KC to first pick it.
What about the Tristiana into the Hui? I mean, I think that's a bit relevant considering last game.
I mean, it's pretty even, I would say. Kind of 50-50. It's whichever side you want to pick, you can play. One is more team fighting.
One of the most OP left over, and Corki is just
Corki is up, actually.
Tristana Corki handshake,
I guess they could trade Corki Tristana, yeah.
Do you think Corki's broken at the moment, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, it does too much damage, too safe, like, scales very well.
Too many builds, you can go Halo Blade fleet, like...
Sejuani ban, okay. So this is probably going to be Corki or Tristana from KC, I would assume. Or maybe Ashe, if they like the Ashe. Or Maokai.
Okay.
Both, you just handshake both, are you comfortable with either, right?
Yeah. I guess they will get one of them anyway, so they don't really care.
Do you think you want to deny Tristana Maokai pairing?
Yeah, I think BDS might go for like a Ivern Tristana game, something, or like a Corki flex here.
The Sheo
Corki Trist.
He's been playing a lot of AP champs,
AP champions, yeah.
So maybe Tristana plus AP champ?
Yeah, but I feel like you right now, all junglers are going back to like the Maokai, Sejuani.
We had our fun.
Yeah, we had our fun. So this is probably Tristana or Corki from BDS.
For Nuke's most played so far. We've also seen Varus mid from him too.
Yeah, true.
Side note, and Varus has been
into
a really
me,
good flex.
actually.
Yeah.
Not bad.
What is up with that? Did it just suddenly appear?
I think Jackie's played it, and people realized it was actually strong, and at least that's how I realized it. Okay, Zeri. So I guess they do not care about the Tristana or Corki trade.
But also, you leave open things like what, Varus? We've got Varus.
Yeah, Varus is up, Ashe is up.
Already up.
But BDS is known for swapping. So like if they go Varus, Ashe lane here, BDS can probably swap.
Okay, true.
What's the idea of that? You just accept the fact that you get a bigger deficit than before?
Yeah, basically
and then you still
accept
get out
that you just don't lane, and then your AD is down like 200 or 300 gold, but then the game is still going at least.
Do you think the Zeri early is kind of sus, especially since you have a bunch of lockdown potential coming in now?
I do. I mean, Vi is banned, Talia is banned. So it does make some sense. Also, I think Ice is a big Zeri player, and Kai'Sa AP. And they don't pick Tristana or Corki.
I think Leona here maybe into the Braum.
Yeah, maybe they counter pick support or they just lock their mid with bans. Depends what they want to do here.
Again, it's weird though, isn't it? Like, you've been watching a lot of LCK, LPL, Nisqy? Like, Tristana parties like B1.
Yeah, Tristana is B1, Corki's B1.
Yeah. It's completely different here.
Also, EU loves Rell right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that champ, like why it came back.
It was Labrov saying he thinks Rell has just the best engage in the game, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm a big fan of Leona. I don't know about you, but like the CC changes, tenacity, just makes this champ unbelievable.
So we talked about support a little bit before. It's already been locked in. So we got bottom lane cemented out. We still need mid coming through. We still need top lane.
Okay, so I think BDS will just look Tristiana, Corki, or Azir on 4, probably, is what would happen here.
That'd be a classic, wouldn't it? I mean, Yone, what does that signal?
Corki.
Corki?
Yone is picked a lot into Corki.
Super good into the Azir as well?
Azir as well, yeah.
Also pairing with Maokai, right?
Yeah.
So you'd be fishing for an Azir potentially, okay. And then on the other side, KC.
I think KC needs an AD mid if they want to play Kai'Sa AP, because I feel like Maokai plus AP mid plus Kai'Sa might be too much.
Have you played much against Vladi? He's had a pretty decent debut, hasn't he?
He really has.
Do you think he plays any
bit,
AD champs in his pool, maybe?
I think he does play the Jace,
yeah.
Does play Trist, does play... I'm not sure about Corki, but these are the two he plays. I would not be surprised if KC bans Corki or Trist here, or maybe they just want to focus Adam more.
Yeah. Okay. Does that signal maybe a Cassante prior with that Camille ban?
Or a TF pick.
A TF pick with the setup? That does look
TF
rough
would be
with the Jax ban.
I think here, in one of both sides. But I feel like if KC picks TF, then BDS would probably swap and pick a tank. Is what they usually do.
Yeah.
Very boring gameplay, but it's okay.
There's the Azir, like you predicted. Nice job.
Maybe Vladi can go away here. I'm not sure if he plays it. He has the Tristiana still up. He also has the Corki.
Are you worried about the magic damage split if you go away here?
You were saying before, you know, you need an AD mid, right?
Maybe you do not need to go AP on Kai'Sa against Zeri.
Yep.
I would assume you can go on it as well. Akali is also fine here.
Trist open?
Yeah, I don't know actually. I don't
Trist
know.
makes it to 4-5, all right?
I wish you could pick Trist on 4-5 ourselves.
Yeah.
So what do we pick here
Blind
for
pick.
Canna?
Renekton maybe blind pick is a possibility. Gragas.
Renekton.
AP threat is not great. Already got a bunch of AP.
Maybe
Renekton?
TF.
TF?
TF is open, yeah.
TF could be.
Canna.
I mean, they banned Jax. That would signal TF, wouldn't it?
Camille's banned
Let's
as well.
see. Don't tell me it's gonna be like a tank, like a Zac.
Bro, we got a lot of
Come on, we want to
here.
see something good out of the counter, something spicy. There it is.
Yeah, the TF.
And now,
What is Adam gonna play?
what is
I
an
think
Adam
he
classic?
used to play Yasuo, but I don't know if he's still...
Ooh,
okay.
the predictions!
Maybe he does
He does play it. He played it last play, I think.
Yeah, he also has Rell for setup and Azir. Surprisingly, it's not bad. But I feel like they might not lock it in.
It's...
Or maybe will.
we'll hold and wait with Ivern as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's into 3 AD carry champs, kind of like TF, Tristiana, Kai'Sa, that types the auto attack, so it's not that bad. But I feel like he's just memeing and he will pick a tank or something. Or it's locked in. Okay.
So you would rather have a front-to-back tank to facilitate the carries.
Yeah,
You would much rather do
if I'm playing Azir and I have Yasuo, I'm like, why did I pick Azir?
Why is my front line winnable, right?
I feel like if you play like Poppy or any tank or something that you can lane into TF, maybe like a Malphite or something, would sound pretty good to me, but Adam on his spicy pick.
So right now, you had to choose a comp to play. What would you pick?
Left side, because
Left
enemy team has Yasuo. and it's not a mid lane they're playing Yasuo, so...
I am told, apparently we might need to redo. I'm not sure if that's pick ban. I've just got a bit of text saying we might need to redo.
Yeah, I regret the Yasuo pick.
No, we want a remake draft. We didn't want to play Yasuo. Let's find out. Maybe they couldn't change it. Everyone's still on stage. And yeah, BDS are looking across. I have a feeling that something was not meant to be locked in. Yeah, problem with champ select. Need to redo the lobby.
Okay.
Just the lobby, not the picks.
It's the Yasuo. Well, yeah, maybe. We'll get confirmation. If there was a problem in lobby, it could be the picks as well. Just lobby. Yasuo top is legit.
Okay.
It's legit.
Wow, okay.
Wow, Canna TF against Adam Yasuo. That's
that's
pretty
good.
exciting.
That is spicy.
That's good, but we'll look at mid lane.
Mid lane.
Look at mid lane.
Because
there's a good old...
Azir.
To be fair,
Good old
that
fashioned.
is like a mid lane matchup in top anyway. It's like a really old one.
I mean, to be fair, you know, I'm sure you can drop a bunch of knowledge on us. Give me the intricacies, man. I want to know like the level 1 through to 5. What are you playing for? How does it work? What are the micro interactions?
Yeah, I mean, I believe that Tristiana always pushes Azir until Azir has one item. Because you have regen, you have like a jump that you can jump on Azir, and Azir doesn't have enough mana pool as well. And you're also very like vulnerable to ganks as Azir, into Maokai especially. So I think Tristiana will just push, Azir will receive, and then maybe after first base when he gets his blasting wand, he can start trading back.
Okay.
And then I would assume after one item, that's when they will start playing the game. And I think in the early game, it's going to be Tristiana pushing, Azir receiving. Both junglers probably playing around top because it's Yasuo TF. And the thing is that I like it for KC because they do have the mid push, so Tristiana could push and move top. So pretty hard for BDS draft, I would say, in the early game.
Oh yeah. All right, we'll get in. Nisqy will be with us for the first 10 minutes, maybe more if he likes the environment here.
Maybe.
Yeah, you can join us for however long you want. We had a bit of a delay. Lobby was remade, but all the picks stay the same. To roll us out, just a quick reminder, KC picked up a couple more wins in this split. Well, I say that. I mean, they've already got 2 wins. We'll see if they can get a third and get past the allegations is on the other side. Yep. I need to remind everyone else that BDS, they've had a couple of luckier wins, I think.
Yeah, they did come back a lot of games.
They had a lot of comebacks.
And I believe this game for KC is very, very important because the next remaining games are us, G2, and Vit. So it's not a very easy game, so I think this game is very, very important for them.
True. Music's back again. All right, we're in the Summoner's Rift.
Okay.
Now, mid lane focus, that's where we're going.
Yeah. I mean, here they're going 5 top because they want ward for the TF so that he can play in between the bushes. And BDS is thinking the same. And I believe the level 1 should be in the favor of KC.
I'd vote KC here, right?
Oh, but BDS will go late probably and sweep with Rell is what will happen.
Ooh, so
or they swap. No way, right?
What matchup were they avoiding? Avoiding the TF, but you want to play into the TF,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, they're all here. Okay, Ice is basing. They're not swapping. Nice.
Thank God.
And they're not sweeping top either.
Maybe a bit afraid they stick around, right?
Yeah, maybe they don't want to get chased by level 1 of Nautilus, so they just group.
So let me ask a question for someone who's not into your solo queue games. Mid lane at the moment, I mean, a lot of Tristanas, we're getting a lot of fleet foot work. Yeah. We're not getting a lot of as much Halo Blades and matchups that maybe are more winnable. You talked about the one item spike, or at least the one item that can change it for something like the Azir. Walk me through a little bit about like summoner choice here and what's kind of changed with modern day Tristana versus what we're seeing, you know, a couple of patches ago, a couple of splits ago.
I mean, when you could go lethal tempo Tristana, I think that was when Tristana could actually beat Azir very easily.
Okay.
But I feel like right now you kind of have to play fleet because PTA really sucks.
Okay.
So yeah, and Azir is the same.
On that note, I watch a lot of LPL, and there's this mid laner called Yukal who I think is a dirty inter. He took PTA, Ignite, and had to recall 3 times in 4 minutes versus Corki. Yeah, explain that to me.
Yeah, that's not very good, yeah.
What?
I don't know why you would go Igniting competitive, but...
I love no context. Nisqy, explain this guy. Why did he back 3 times?
I have to know. I needed the explanation. I'm glad that you confirmed.
Bro, you should have prepared another font. I don't know what you're doing behind my back on this desk.
Okay. I mean, as we said, Tristana pushes, right? Azir cannot really defend himself. Just has to give the push. Usually, Azir wants to hold the wave towards himself so that he actually doesn't have to trade that much. And it's kind of what Nuke will do here.
Would you say it's a very easy matchup for Tristiana? Or
yeah,
like,
I think it's easy
so
for
even if it's
sides.
FLICKR on Azir, he never holds the wave due to skill diff?
Yeah, I mean, in even Caps, solo killed FLICKR, so it's...
Okay, true.
Okay, Tristiana pushing, Ivern farming top. I'm not sure what's going on top. I think both are still full HP. Bot lane loses push. And as I said, KC has 3 lanes of push, so that's pretty good for Maokai. Oh, the cannon.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Adam is actually winning this matchup pretty hard. He has a wave of like 5 minions coming and he's already up 1 CS.
Canna? Gonna be able to farm on the wave, Adam.
Okay, we'll just pause. Stretch line comes through and no any early trade that comes either. I mean, this Zeri pick, we had a lot of questions in draft, right? Like both of you were kind of wondering why we got to this point. Now, our mid lane is in the top lane. Canna sidestepping, trying to get away from the Steel Tempest. Gold card is good. Sheo waiting for the root caller. Oh, he's out of range. We like that. We like the ghost as the all-in comes through mid, shifting sands.
Oh, okay, good trade from Nuke. He used the E very well there.
Do you think this is a pretty normal state for the Tristana Azir to be in terms of condition?
Not really. I think Tristana should be full HP and...
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Azir should lose like 1 potion maybe, or be 2 potions, but just have perma push. I'm not sure if you're supposed to trade that much on Tristana into the Azir, like perma jumping in. Like, I feel like this trade is probably not very good for him, yeah?
Oh yeah.
You'd rather be playing the long con with the fleet forward,
I think
playing for a bigger recall.
Yeah, like if you play Tristana, for me it's like to scale, and here his wave is very, very hard.
Yeah.
Shifting away from mid. You know, we're just like, oh, there's too much action helping elsewhere. I mean, again, when we saw this mid lane matchup, what was the matchup? What did you just play? You played into a Wei.
Wei, yeah.
Yeah. Man, that was such, you both absolutely smashed that late game, hey?
Yeah.
But Wei is another dirty champion as well.
Oh,
Canna.
Is that a solo kill?
I think it might be.
Ivern solo kill.
Gold card flash away. Red card just slow. Wait for this.
Flash out goal.
I love the sound effects.
And this is very, very bad for Kai'Sa because he also has no TP.
No TP TF.
And Maokai is bot side, so I don't think he will ever be able to get back to top.
Oh, and there's not going to be a counterplay. No dive potential.
He needs Tristiana to move, but I don't even think Tristiana can help. And here, Canna doesn't know if Ivern is still top or not, so he probably will take the flip.
Are you, if you're Tristiana here, are you moving to shadow the roam, like the, that dangerous little passageway?
No, I would just say my top laner probably drift, so I would leave.
We were teaching the audience Korean before, because obviously with your new bottom lane, we got them to voice a little bit of phrases like bot diff, jungle diff, I'm inting. Have you? I know. Laure called you an NPC the other day. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, good.
Whatever the phrase was, I've completely forgotten it. Have you learned any more Korean from your bottom lane?
Yeah, my bot lane usually says mid chai, which I think means mid gap.
Okay, yep, we learned that.
Not very nice.
Are you putting words in the mouth, or are they actually saying that about you?
I'm okay. They don't say mid gap, but I asked them like, okay, how do you say jungle diff? And they're like jungle chai, and I'm like, okay. And then I usually say bot chai.
You said Azir. Sorry, change the topic. You said Azir should get a blasting wand early.
Yeah,
Thoughts?
I think his base like gold value was probably not very good, so he just bought the 700. Usually I like to go just full AP because I feel like the attack speed you don't really use it in the early game. And right now he has AP, he has attack speed, so from now on Azir trades back very well. So I would put it in Azir's favor.
And for these grubs, the priority coming out,
I think it's winning for BDS probably because they have a flash on Azir, they have Yasuo 6, TF is getting completely destroyed in the top lane.
Yeah. But it looks like they're swapping up for it. You can see Targamas. So they're going to contest despite the disadvantage that Canna has.
I'm not sure if I like this because Zeri has the push here, so she could push and move. So I'm
she does have tier 2 boots, she can get there pretty quickly, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure why Kai'Sa is opening here. Canna is probably dead.
Canna? Okay, well, Shattering Strike.
Not sure what's going on.
Blow down, crash down.
The knock-up misses, so no Yasuo.
Just flash.
Well, the fight's not over yet. We've got Summer innocent yet. Adam's still going forward. He's got that ulti. The flash commits, and finally Labrov comes in handy.
The stun.
You're right. He couldn't ult. Held in place, so Adam couldn't get the chase.
Oh, is that a jump in? Oh, no.
Wait, dredge line in. Wait, Targamas on a completely different page to Vladi.
Do you think Targamas thought he was going to leap in as well, like you did?
I'm not sure. I feel like they're not really on the same page here, on like what they're doing. Someone to fight, someone to back off, some flash in, some flash out.
So lots of indecision, maybe because Canna's so far behind and getting knocked out of there.
Yeah, he probably said I'm low HP, I need to base and whatnot.
Still a win for BDS, though. 3 grubs. And grubs, your opinion on grubs are the same as this man next week?
I love grubs.
I think they're OP.
Yeah, I love grubs.
So you're team 2 Drake or team grubs?
Team grubs.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Play for tier 2s, strong side to side laner.
So good.
Yeah. Good.
What are you playing in solo queue at the moment, Tristiana?
Tristiana, Corki, Azir.
You're a little Tristiana merchant. I've seen it.
Bro, I tell you what, I'm playing Set a lot at the moment. And Set with 6 grubs, yeah, I know it's trash. He says it's the look he gave. What's the look?
He's in silver.
I'm high gold, I promise. It's getting there.
Such a bad jump.
That's what I say.
Yo, we both played it yesterday in FlyQuest. Did you see?
It did look very bad, yeah.
It looked bad. It was 7. It doesn't help my point at all.
The lane is very rough for Canna here because it's frozen. He has no flash. Adam still has flash.
And Vladi not going to help him out.
Yep.
Maybe more plays towards the crossbar.
Sheo looks dead.
Yeah, he doesn't have 6 available, so Daisy won't help. He's just dead immediately. There's going to be a reset for Vladi here as well. Labrov out. He used a flash before.
Labrov is also dead. Okay, good play by Kai'Sa.
Nice.
Not sure why BDS is trying to defend this so hard, but...
Good kill.
Yeah, pretty well played.
Weapon there. What do you think the alternative is? Beyond like the top side of the map?
Yeah, beyond the top side, or at least like play more defensively because there are no flashes. Oh, is that a kill for Azir?
That's the mana very close, right?
Yeah. Could have sent it there, maybe.
Maybe.
Would you have sent it?
I would send it, yeah.
Yeah.
I can trade 1 for 1 and get some gold.
With your Tristiana rocket jumps last game, I can see that as well.
Yeah.
You were sending it.
Bro, you're playing like Cassante with your ankles.
Adam soloing blue.
Actually, on this topic, I want to ask your opinion. Do you think, compared to old League, it's really hard to counter jungle now as a solo laner?
Yeah.
And would you want to bring that back? Because they took away so much damage and put it on to like jungle pets and what have you.
Yeah, I feel like doing blue off is so hard now compared to before.
Would you bring it back?
Yeah.
Makes side laning better, right?
Yeah, it's like it misses something right now in the early game. Or like Zoe with Smite that would come and still do blue.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, first Drake for BDS, 3 grubs. That's a pretty good early game.
It really is.
You never really see that, do you? Both grubs and dragon, it's rare.
Yeah, it's very rare. Usually they trade. But that's why I was not sure why KC went topside when they were doing the grubs instead of just doing dragon.
They're greedy. They want both.
And Maokai has an ult here. There's a Daisy popping. Azira's flash.
Oh, dredge line. Hang on.
I mean, Upset's a little right now, right?
I'm not sure if this is a good fight for KC.
Oh, 9! Oh my god, he ordered it. BDS ordered it.
This is a terrible fight for KC.
Good shove from Nuke as well. As Nisqy just said, not good from KC. Losing out 3 grubs. There's the objective. Sheo flashing in for the bubble damage root caller.
Come
Nuke
on!
orders it. Oh my god. How doomed does that feel, giving Azir that early kill and the dragon?
And now this is when like the matchup shifts, because Tristiana doesn't have an item yet. Azir already has his item probably very soon. So now the game of KC is very hard. I mean, top behind, mid behind, bot lane even, jungle behind seems rough.
I mean, what's really interesting is Kai'Sa's so I don't think Upset wants to fight this. It's
why.
really hard. So multiple fights in this game, it feels like they're just completely off, like Targamas engaging, someone not. Comms issue maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I watched the documentary and they were talking about how like they need to play with like confidence and whatnot.
Yeah.
So maybe they're in between right now. They're like, oh, I want to fight, and then someone's like, no, I don't, but yeah, I want. And maybe they're not so sure of what to do.
Now, Nisqy, I've been told only a couple of minutes with you left.
Okay.
Because your time is valuable.
It is, yeah.
You've been absolutely fantastic, bro. Walk me through, round out kind of where it goes from here, right? Because BDS with an early lead, they've got so many objectives, like map state's really good for them.
I would say for KC, they need to get this TF going somehow.
Okay.
Either get an ult, like base, go bot, or try a play, because I think if he's going to be behind, he's going to be very useless.
Is that the last hope they have?
Yeah, I believe the TF is the one that has to carry this game, kinda. And for BDS, it's the Azir. I think if Azir doesn't troll from now on, they will probably win the game.
Okay, super simple. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to Nisqy for joining us for the first 10, 11 minutes of the game.
Thank you.
Absolute legend. I know you didn't get a win today, but man, you're our MVP for sure. Outside of that game.
Cheers, Nisqy.
Hopefully we get him on another time as well. Eragon and I will try and bounce off that information as best as possible. He's saying Nuke is a big part. Now on bottom side, Upset with a good ulti, but Ice just gets on out. So ulti for the E, not much of a trade, while BDS are getting another objective up in this top side.
6 grubs, and Azir so good at playing side lanes. If they ever played side lanes with this Yasuo, with this Azir, it'd be quite tricky to deal with because of how far behind the counterparts are on the side of KC. I miss him. I feel like I'm missing something now, you know?
Man. It's nice because you're both absolute, solo queue
Andes,
yep. Thank you for picking a nice word. And especially when you griefed him, it's nice to have someone on the, reputable on the cast.
As a side note, I think he didn't translate correctly. I think there were a few more profanities in that translation.
Yeah, true. And you are reputable, by the way. I take it back. I love it. You just took it. You didn't even fight back. Just like, well, maybe I am. 450 LP Master Man is going to walk me through what continues happening top, because this is your lane now. 40 CS lead from Adam on this Yasuo top. And I know there were concerns about draft, about not having a front line for BDS, but if your lanes are looking this good, who cares?
It's really, really brutal. I think BDS, they can do absolutely anything they want right now. It's super easy and one-sided for Yasuo to win this matchup at this point. He almost has the board completion as well. And TF is super far behind. So usually this is a bit of a power trough on bought components. Bought components are really weak compared to the whole completed item.
True.
This is really on Canna right now to squeeze out as much of a lead as he can. And as Nisqy says, you have that play on the next dragon potentially to find a reset and then bring TF down bot side and make that man advantage play.
And he also said through mid, I mean, the play's completely shifted for Nuke versus Vladi, right? I mean, those early kills over to the Azir with Nash's early, even though Tristana's able to match in items, it's such a big lead there. And as KC move down towards bottom side, trying to get Labrov and Ice, they're trying to get this game rolling, at least in a positive direction.
Yeah, I think Canna's really struggling right now. I'm just watching the minimap, and he's like half channeling recalls, half cancelling. He's not sure what to do because he's stuck in the lane. This trade is really nice at the very least.
It is, but I mean, it's all for a turret plate, right? Adam's going to base anyway, and the wave's already pushed in, so Eragon, I mean, this almost level 11 Yasuo top lane as Nuke continues to do similar stuff top side.
Yeah, Nash's Tooth completion, really painful. Like Nisqy said, this is where the matchup sways over. Static shift completion though, one item across the board, and wow, look at Yasuo's inventory. That is going to be absolutely brutal. Recur burn, a dagger to a Blade of the Ruin King. These 1v1s are going to be one-sided. I want to see them play for top tower now.
Remember, new Blade of the Ruin King is 3 hits, boom. So, right, and the cooldown, I think, is either the same or a little bit less, but either way, the trading's going to be annoying. Canna not going to have that movement speed to rely on either.
Look at this right
What's
now.
that?
They are super indecisive. TF was going through mid, then entered bot, and they just don't really know where they're going. It felt like Casey's comms weren't too sure about the lane assignments. They see Yasuo down bot side now, so now they're matching with TF. but it felt super disjointed with how they were exiting the base.
It's all around these objectives, isn't it? I mean, Herald versus Dragon, it'd be 2 for BDS, but Herald as well, the ability to push down and open up mid for BDS, so valuable. So Kai'Sa now moves as a 4-man unit, waiting for the next wave, and Sheo just starts off the Herald by himself before Kai'Sa move into position.
Adam's shifting up to top side. They want to play with that instant snap engage from the Rell. He has so much setup on the Yasuo.
Look at Daisy zoning for the meantime, though. Vladi uses explosive charge, not going to get too much, and Daisy will just sit in brush and eventually heal up as a 6-man.
Yeah, it looks like Adam's going to secure this. He can TP down to bot to catch the wave if he wants to as well.
Free real estate.
And they 5-man Herald, and now they're going to secure the wave down bot side. It's a winning play for BDS.
They're observers, spectator League of Legends from Kai'Sa. Nature's Grass comes out, but look how far away they are. Ooh. Destiny now going to finally come through, and at least there's a play response onto Labrov. That's something. They use that ultimate from Canna, and Kai'Sa gets something, but I think the trade-off is not going to be worth it.
Yeah, BDS with a bit of an overstay at the end there. Nice capitalized from Kai'Sa.
But does it
matter? Should have disengaged after sending the TP down bot side, but still, yeah, first blood tower, that's a huge deal. Buff
600
tower
gold.
Absolutely mental, sir.
Yuck.
Watching for Kai'Sa though. Gonna deny second dragon.
Okay, that's good. So let's talk about the positives. Deny second dragon, pick goes over, gold in the right place as well. Kai'Sa audience look a little bit happy. But now for Herald as it gets pushed through mid, and Ice tries to zone them off. All about letting Herald crash up. They're not solving for the time being as Ice just electrocutes them in place versus 4. He's now got his backup. Ooh. And Ice ulti zones them off as Herald's looking for another charge.
But look at top. They've got mid push with Herald and top. They've sent Kai'Sa have sent 5 mid, sending so many numbers, over-investing resources. And now they're going to miss waves down bots. Like Vladi is going to catch it, but Nuke can, with those 6 grubs, he can just keep hitting the tower. 5 rather.
Dizzy. They don't know what to do. I mean, for Vladi, as he clears the wave, Nuke's already done the damage. Remember, 5 grubs is so much. BDS, it's a macro masterclass where Kai'Sa, from the damage that came through Ice alone, they get zoned off their mid inner turret. They're going to lose their jungle.
Red buff as well. It's all terrible, and now
is a horror.
I don't think they're going to be able to get tier 1 down bot side, but they can just go home. They can spend all their gold. Their escape is certain with this blast cone, and yeah, BDS are out.
Surprised Sheo didn't smite the red buff there. Just gives it over to Closer in the end anyway. Wow. Chooses to hold on to it, and I
mean, I've got to give props to Adam this game. Picking out the counter pick, even though it's compositionally not a huge thing, they say, you know, we're going to sacrifice some composition for your isolated counter pick.
Yeah, true.
And he's absolutely pulled through. He's made such sick plays in the 1v1 as well as going from side to mid to find engages. Yeah, Adam having a really good performance today.
He really is, and I think, again, like, when we know that this guy is the master of different type of top laners, like we've already seen the Mordekaiser that 369's you know, manhandling over in the LPL that a lot of other LPL top laners looking at as a matchup in the Skana. You know, we know that Adam has his Gods champion, memed at Worlds, but definitely a very serious threat. It's great to see him pick out some of these unique picks here in this game that leads them up to 4 wins and kind of show, like, how much better he is than even this import T1 top laner, who, yes, on the worst iteration of T1, historically, he was the top laner, but nevertheless was still good enough to be called up into T1 originally. Kind of having a bit of a hard time this game, as we said, 50 CS down, 1k gold down, and almost a second item now for Adam with his individual lead leading into an Infinity Edge soon.
Yeah, gonna have to bridge that with a BF sword, but as you said, so impressed with Adam branching out from last split, picking up champions like the Rumble, the Karma, the Aatrox, and what have you. Because the gods aren't the best spot, Canna
ghosts away.
Ghosting away here.
Bye.
He's so scared of the instant snapping edge from the Rell into a Yasuo, which is just such a one-shot at the moment. So has to ghost away there, but Adam, more gold injection. Get close to that IE.
As the turret goes down, as you said, that gold leads us to 5k. It's slowly whittling away for Kai'Sa. What are their next chances here, Eragon? It feels like we talked a lot about what Canna can do in the side lane. I think Vladi upset, obviously, natural pieces to the composition here as well. But if they dive in, I mean, they're going to be electrocuted. They're going to be on hit, held by Nuke.
The problem is, the compositions are very similar, right? You have front-to-back team comp for both sides with side lane win condition as well.
Yep.
And it just feels like BDS's comp, because they're ahead, they just do it better, right? So even though you have this dive win con from the potential Kai'Sa as well, it's just not going to be enough. And with the commanding position that BDS have, I don't think there's a clear win con that Kai'Sa have. They're going to have to force some kind of numbers advantage play, send a bunch of people to a play, try to find picks and convert that. They have a TF.
They do, actually.
So maybe finding a pick, push inside and collapsing is the avenue.
I just realized I forgot to call Nisqy. He allowed me to on broadcast.
You even asked for permission.
And he gave it to me, and I didn't do it. Next time. There's always a next time. It's actually nice having him on show. I mean, you guys just yap. lots of a boba between you two, honestly. I love when, you know, color casters like talk with a pro player. Like, what's the point of me
right
being
all
here?
along.
Bro,
oh my god.
There's no point in me, but I just sit here and be like, yeah, Azir's picked. You guys are like, well, what do you think about that? All right, let's look at top. What do you think about this, Eragon? Because it is looking like a trade here. KC can't defend.
It's about as good as a top tier 2 trade for a tier 1 can get.
Yep.
Onto your weak TF top lane. It's not a great trade, but it is a trade nonetheless. Dragon coming up as well. They're going to all reset, get onto the map. No shot for a potential pick on the resets here. So it looks like BDS on the map first as well. Full control of bot side. And I wonder if KC are just going to send it. They have a lot of Baron damage. Are you just going to send it with your triple auto attackers and rush the Nash? Because it's really bleeding out of control.
Make some hero move, right? I like it. Look at the setup here. They're actually going to be out on the map first. Or maybe not, excuse me. The reset comes through from upset, so ignore my point. Instead, it's the push that Vladi that sustains them through top. They're going to get priority up here. Get the shove in, maybe. Nuke is there to receive, but at least KC moving up to this objective to see what they can do, at least in vision control for the time being.
Yeah, you could see BDS sniff out the potential Baron start as well. They all went topside to catch the wave, and the Azir's going to shift down as well. But yeah, the vision plan, rather, was hit onto the Nash just in case, because I do feel like a Baron start is KC's only play here. They shift their attention down, BDS, to the Dragon, and I don't think KC can do anything about it.
The shielding's disgusting. Sheo just keeps pressing E for the meantime.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got Moonstone Renewer as well. Like, this Ivern's usefulness cannot be understated either. While closer with the Leandries, he's going to have a bit of damage, but that guy will be shredded mega quick at this point in the game with the damage already up and running here for BDS. Dragon going to be started third of the game. It's Chemtech Soul, and we'll see if KC just give this one up, seeing as they are late to the show.
Yeah, classic BDS fashion. Going to stack up some dragons, get the soul point, and win a team fight. I feel like that's the formula we've got.
That does sound familiar again.
They do have a lot of Baron damage as well, so maybe we see some kind of Baron start with the 2-item Azir and the Zeri and the Yasuo, and then you have a fantastic turn with the Rell. But knowing BDS, it's probably just going to be a dragon stacking angle.
KC need to find some kind of angle. We keep saying it. I mean, it's been a rough debut year. Let's be real. Like, I know KC fans are very passionate, but they have struggled to make an impact on the league. Now the roster changes have come through. They've got closer, you know, previous 100 Thieves, Legendary Jungle in the LCS, Canna, previously from T1, let's not forget Dumb One as well. And I think their upgrade in mid is massive. Vladi, you and I watched personally over recently in EMEA Masters. And Vladi, some of his Azir games were legendary, where he felt like one of the only standouts. So they've tried to play around roster moves, haven't they? You know? Yeah. And I'm not sure if we can call like it's working. You know, the game against Mad was a little bit to and fro. I feel like Mad really threw away that game. I want to see a really convincing game that's Staples, and right now I am losing the opportunity to see that with this game being so far behind.
I thought there was a potential angle there with Targamas collapsing on Nuke, but he could always just EQ away and nothing can be done there. It's a pretty big stalemate right now, but again, like you were talking about with Vladi, I'm surprised that the KC banned Taliyah. I think Taliyah was Vladi's best champ, but
it is.
Gage comes down.
Let's see what he can do in Tristiana in this fight. Depth charge is there, but it's onto Labrov. They're using everything onto Labrov. Targa isolated, and he's caught out. He flashes to Neverland, and he's just not Peter Pan. BDS have got their pick that they wanted. They're in front of the Baron, and it begins.
No Yasuo committed. They have so many turning tools now. Does KC feel comfortable? Look how much vision control there is for the side of BDS, and their turn is crazy. I think they've got to give it.
The Baron damages so much as well. Canna's going to try at least gold card someone. It's on to Adam here, but Nuke shuffles him away. Doesn't hit anyone. Nuke with a bit of a whoopsie. They go for the ult. The last breath over the wall is good, though, and it brings it back as now for the all-in. KC get a response, even though Baron goes down. Vladi, W's on the spot pretty much. Oh, KC struggling as Ice flushes forward, but to be fair, BDS, that wasn't that clean either.
KC find the dream fight with the long chasers coming out now. Canna can play with the gold cards, but I don't think they have the gas on KC.
Yeah, get Daisy. Take it out on Daisy. BDS are running away. They've still got 4 Barons to play through.
Yeah, it really was the perfect fight for KC. I think BDS fumbled. Nuke tried to go over the wall with that shuffle to create a setup for the Yasuo. Take a look at this. Watch Azir shuffle over the wall, but this is the initial turn.
On Labrov.
Yeah, I think the idea is this is where we have the most item parity. Targamas falls, no Yasuo committed, so the fight is really dicey. Maokai ult is committed as well, so they have no tools to enter the river, but they managed to find it anyway. And watch Nuke's ultimate. Oh, Adam is also stunned, so he can't take advantage of it, even if the knockup came through. And in the end, he managed to find one, but yeah, Vladi comes in.
Upset.
Yeah, nice from upset as well. He finds the pick on the end of it.
As you said, you know, best case scenario for KC. I like that mention. Like, maybe this is the best timing for item disparity. You know, as you said, maybe there's a couple of completions on the second items, but Red Bull Baron power play picked up nevertheless. 7k gold lead. And BDS are a couple of steps away from ending this, moving to 4 wins themselves. We were talking about it a little bit before. You know, Fnatic just moved to their 5th win, the 5-0 here at the halfway point of Summer. And BDS, with this win, they wouldn't be too far behind.
Yeah, I think KC's trying to find... Sorry, just not just a halfway point, but this is important. They're trying to find a pick onto Adam on the side lane before the siege starts, and then they could recall and defend the rest of the siege. Now, can this dive work? They win more.
Actually, he's turning out. Wait, last breath not going to come through. Vladi gets away. There's the dive, as you said. Twisted advance, bramble smash, nature scratch, everything in the kitchen sink of the damage. Finally enough as Labrov dodges away himself. Kind of flashes from the crush down as Vladi has to rocket jump and nuke. Goes on a magic missile himself on the top side. Meanwhile, bottom is getting taken. Ulti burned onto Upset. He has to disengage while KC continuing the fight up here in a 2 versus 3 is good because Nuke, his ult is only a 1-man. Vladi gets the clean up. He's taking words right out of my mouth. The base is going to be in shambles, but KC, what more can you ask for when you're this far behind?
The base is in shambles for KC, but nice proactivity coming in, picking on that Baron siege, diving Adam up topside, maybe overestimating his tankiness.
Oh, Upset jumping on in, he gets root call it out, but is it too much? I mean, Ice is still big enough, even without the ulti, he flashes away with an Ivern by his side. I mean, Ice is almost unbeatable.
Yeah, no flash now for Upset for this 3rd dragon fight, but tier 2 turret gold is absolutely massive. Going to go on 2 people who need this goal very much.
Bro, it's a minus 300 Baron power play.
This is a huge play for KC. They really had a proactive play onto BDS here.
I mean, maybe the inhibitor would have been another blessing in disguise as well for KC. Just ragging on them, saying this game felt almost unwinnable. This turnabout play.
It's such a weird, peculiar decision from Targamas. You don't have to hold the tier 2. You can let it die whilst you make a play and send numbers topside to kill Adam, and then defend the tier 3 if you can. Regardless, though, nice juggling with the rapid fire cannon and the gold cards from Canna up topside.
And Nuke with this early lead, I mean, it's 2 plays in a row now that he has not felt as useful with that ultimate. Right, Nuke struggling a little bit here, even though this guy is 3-1-1 and he's got 3 items himself. This Azir is massive, but Vladi's usefulness on the Tristiana has been really good. I think as well, with Canna getting back into this game, using numbers advantage there for KC and topside, brings them a little bit closer. But Soul Point now acquired, and as Labrov thinks about Hex flashing over the wall, KC defend their position and see if they can defend their own jungle here as they get pushed back to their own base.
Ooh, Chemtech Soul with the empowered healing, with an Ivern on the screen, that's going to be painful. So
very true.
That siege from mid to bot, not quite Chemtech Soul level territory yet.
You know what the Ivern E sounds like? It sounds like boomers from Left 4 Dead. You know, the ones that explode, or like, yeah.
To when I was 10 and played that game.
Or flashbangs, yeah, true. It's such a familiar sound, and every time I hear it on that Ivern skin, I think, sounds like something from a gun game for sure. Now, BDS are able to get in eventually. They blow up the inhibitor. Maybe not the end of the world if they can't do anything with it, Eragon, because when they have so much side lane threat, the gold going to Vladi, I feel like is not the worst.
I mean, at the very least, the super minions down bot side are going to help them secure this Baron that's coming up in a minute 30. They're so damn strong, and their Baron turn and Baron take is so incredibly quick.
It is.
Especially with that Yasuo on the Rell ultimate that we've talked about a lot. So they can just recall, get a bunch of vision, let the minions pour into the base through bot side, and play for the vision in top.
And we can start bringing up the topic of compositions now more and more, can't we? Because the game's still going, because BDS haven't been able to close out. Yes, bot is open, but that gold play topside, you said it before, the difference in tank and I guess how they can play a front to back for KC compositionally. Are you still on the like train? Because I know, again, we talked about this top side pick, and what it can do in this game now is going to be critiqued a little bit more, considering it's not a tank.
I think there's skill of execution, especially from Canna and the whole team, to play around these gold cards and find uptime.
Right.
Vladi has a bunch of gold now, 3 items across the board for both carries, and the double AD carry comp is definitely potent if they can find this uptime.
Okay.
However, I mean, if you noticed in the inventory over here of the Azir nuke, he already bought a purple pot. I've completely blanked what that's called.
The purple pot?
You know, the 500 gold elixir. The elixir. He knows this game is over, so I imagine on this Baron.
Blue. Isn't it blue?
Blue pot, yeah.
Purple pot. Bro, what game are you playing? Right.
But he already bought it, so he knows this game is over, and I imagine they're going to immediately start this Nash.
Yeah, as you said, it goes down really quick. You said double AD carry on the side of KC. I mean, there's also like triple AD carry, you feel like, with the Azir mixed in the bag. You know, especially with how quick it goes down. Yeah, I mean, he might have a QSS, but Infinity Edge will be enough with a pickaxe on the side as well. Adam level 16 as well. Wait for that last breath as KC have to walk into trouble. Baron sits there. It's watered out for the time being. BDS are trying to lure them in.
Yeah, QSS now for Adam as well. He's going to be completely unleashed. Even if he gets gold carded or Maokai rooted, he's going to be able to find those ults because that's been a really key dynamic in these fights. Adam has been stunned for a lot of them when the knockups come through. Really good juggling from KC. And he hasn't been able to find the ultimates because he's been stunned. So QSS coming through now. The turn is here.
Targa's going to spot this out. Let's see how quickly it's being done just with Adam. The whole team moving into position. KC need a steal closer, needs a hero action, but at 3k it's way too late. And just like that again, BDS Baron is in their pocket. How easy it was. Again, the damage was nuts, and KC are playing spectator for a little bit longer.
It's just so difficult. Now they can play simply mid to bot, sync up the waves and crash, hit the tower with their 5 grubs, and that should be all she wrote. Unless KC can find some kind of engage onto a side lane, the numbers advantage, but you can already see Nuke is shifting over to top side. With that mid-wave crash, they can 5-stack top.
This is showing to me that BDS still have that flair. I mean, this has been a much more competitive game, bar the pick-up in top side. I feel like, you know, BDS, I said it to Nisqy, been a little bit lucky with their games. And lucky, it's not the greatest word, but let's be real. You know, some of the games, some of the throws, BDS getting away with it. As they push in topside, this one is looking a lot more concrete. You guys can articulate my words. The Sun Turret goes up, BDS with a 5-man sack still pushing in. Look at bot slowly coming in on the way, while BDS by the time of KC top lane.
Yeah, they're just playing with time, right? Super minions coming in down bot side. They had 2 cannon minions that empowered hitting the turret, and it's already done half HP. One more wave here. They could opt if they can't take this tower.
Daisy.
They just take the dragon, but that's gone.
All right, the 6th man returns. Daisy's playing I don't know, basketball, quarterback, no. Central defense. Striker, yeah, striker in basketball, that's it. All right, go Daisy, go striker. Onto Targamas at 1k, just getting brutalized down. There is a knock-up, but the whole team has abandoned Daisy, and that's a foul, I think. BDS is still pushed in, double inhibitor down, and now looking towards mid as the wave pushes in there as well. Underneath, Nuke gets out over the wall, and Sheo and Adam, there's going to have to be a double flash. A little bit janky. Destiny going to be used as well. Over the wall, Labrov pulling an engage. Your team just flashed out. Sheo root callers back in. What are BDS doing?
What was that? They shifted from top to mid, used all their spells. Notice that Azir used QE to get to mid lane. So immediately KC see that and say, guys, we can engage now. Azir has no spells.
This is not cinema yet, but I'm sure it will be. Last breath, closer, about to die. Adam sets it up. I mean, they had numbers, but BDS got so much gold. Upset finally gets on him, but into ice, and this Yasuo, I don't think you want to be there. Flashes away as Vladi takes out Nuke, and a small win, but Dragon eventually given over. There's the soul. And even with numbers in their back pocket, KC don't finish off the play in the way they like.
At the end of the day, a little bit of a blunder from BDS, but soul secure now. And that Chemtech Soul with that Ivern is going to do work.
I'm going to need a replay. I'm going to need a replay of what happened.
It was a really strange miscommunication because the Rell engage comes through, but there's no Yasuo. And I don't think he wants to ult, to be honest, because Azir has no spells because he's trying to get away and maybe set up Dragon. So, yeah, what a peculiar one.
Well, you're that far ahead. Maybe you're just like, yeah, whatever. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, nothing's going to happen.
No. But again, a nice fight from Adam off the back end as well. Now with Soul up, I guess the last hurrah we give for KC. Well, it's not the last. There's a couple of different hurrahs, but Elder Flip definitely feels like a way you can snatch this game away from BDS.
I feel like that's always the cope take. They have to be able to do that. And they're going to have super minions in base. They could maybe trade Nexus for Elder. That's a situation.
Oh, that's okay. That's never a good trade, but Nexus for Baron, we know, but Nexus for Elder, that's the dirty trade. Yeah. You know the thing as well, like non-disciplined teams or teams that maybe aren't in the upper echelon, BDS wait and look for a lure. No one's here though, trying to catch the wave. Is that Elder trade happens because teams either can't finish the game, you know, struggle to play out side lanes. I think that's something that like a lot of mid-tier teams in the LEC can actually come up to terms with. Damage this game. I mean, Nuke has done a lot, yes. The Azir has been ahead quite a lot of it. But nothing really stands out for you, does it?
No, they're just going to siege mid to bot. The wave clear is there for the side of KC, so they can hold on when BDS don't have this Nash, but they're just going to walk in. I think they can face stack absolutely everything. With the shield and the healing that's coming through, they can just walk forward. There's the ult from Maokai.
There's a TP coming through as well. Hexflash used back on the spot as Nature's Grass now already used as well. Adam joins in. 5 members of BDS sitting in their own brush as Inhibitor is going to drop once again. Kind of looking for an angle, looking for a gold card, but there's a wind wall in the way. Adam just holds on to it.
It's just a bit of a strange decision. Adam's in top. It's escorting a super minion wave instead of being in mid and then having a wave to play on a mid if bot lane gets taken. Regardless though, they secure the bot lane inhib. And the next objective you can imagine is that Nash. With those super minions in bot side.
Maybe we need Nisqy
once
back.
Again.
Maybe we need Nisqy back. Nisqy, what would you do here? Canna. Who does he see? Gold card, yep. Nuke is not getting out. Like I said, he's had a strange game. For a very fed Azir, he's had a very strange game.
This game overall has been a little bit strange, I think.
It has been odd.
But now that death, I don't think matters too much. I mean, Baron spawning in 50 seconds, they can at least use that death to set up the vision around the top side.
I mean, he doesn't have TP. He's got to walk to Baron if it makes a difference. No TP, 40 seconds, and 40 seconds till the Baron as well. Nuke losing that summoner feels maybe impactful.
The problem is, I think they could just stall until Nuke heads over there. They're so damn fed that even if Nuke is 10 seconds late, they can buy the time. True. Also, they have to deal with the super minions in both top and bot lane. So I think this pick, rather than doing anything else, it just stalls for KC.
That's better than nothing, right? Again, we already talked about the composition over and over. Last game of week 2 is very bizarre. I love how we've gone from the bloodthirsty head-to-head to this with a lot of questions coming through as Baron once again lurks, breathes life into Summoner's Rift. KC are on spawn.
It is a fast Nash. They do have double AD carry with a TF as well. It might as well be triple AD carry. Can they buy time? Can BDS
But are they going to be flipping this? Are they going to be flipping this? I mean, Sheo with Smite is the question. Daisy comes over, you said it's fast, running in now, the flip, no, at 2k, at 2.5, they're gonna flip it at 1 HP! KC, why? Why do we do this? Tagged up, upsets ulti, is ready to charge in. He's got that W on cooldown here, but Adam able to absorb with the shield, and they're way back in the game. It's just been another way for BDS to sustain their own way too.
Sometimes the 50-50 is the best chance that you do have. I don't blame KC here.
Okay.
Don't manage to secure it, but it really does drop to 1 HP. They're too scared of pushing Adam away. He has the wind wall and he's so damn fed, so they have opt to burger flip it instead of trying to zone away the jungle or hold it on a decent amount of HP. And in the end, yeah, the 50-50 goes off to Sheo.
Upset snipes Labrov at the end of the play. Okay, so you're saying I shouldn't blame them, Eragon. Look, with a big flip over, I mean, look, let's be real. Gold going back in might not still be the end of the world. KC have a lot of damage here, and what did I say before, hey? We talk about flips. Maybe I'll hold my mouth and I set us up for the Elder in a minute's time. It's happening.
It can't happen.
It's gonna happen.
It's not happening.
It's happening.
Mid-top siege now, I think this should be the game. They have Nash. They can play for the super minions on bot side. They can send someone down to bot as well if they wanted to empower their super minions. It can't stall to Elder.
They've still got Nexus turrets.
Surely.
Inhibitor stands. BDS are going to move their way around between top, between mid, as you said, between waves. Bot slowly pushing in too. 45 seconds. I'm keeping an eye on in case this fight goes a little bit wrong.
I think there's about to be an explosion here. Surely there's an engage now with the Rell. Labrov can pull the trigger. They have so much instant engage.
Send him away. Nature's Grass comes through. Targamas looking for a dredge line. It roots. There we go in front of their base. The clan's out. Death charge. Like I said, Targa sets it up nicely. KC now with more members, and Targa doesn't care about his health bar. He can reset in front of base, and BDS at the back away. Eragon, what should we look at next?
I think the Elder, they clear out bot wave. They clear out bot wave and go to Elder Drake. It's spawning in less than 10 seconds. They have the DPS, they can do it again. It's another 50-50 flip.
All right.
But it might be an Elder for a Nexus trade. You can see Azir Nuke is staying topside. He might threaten the end.
Did you say there's wards in base?
He doesn't have a wave. I think the wave comes too late to threaten the Nexus, so he's going to have to TP in. Nuke doesn't have TP though. He's going to be there late. This is an Elder for KC.
20 seconds on that TP. He's actually just in top lane now, running it through. KC in front of the Elder to take this game back in their own hands. It'd be a miracle steal, but Targa absorbing damage ain't good. He's just going to die straight away. The engage down. Nuke at the base's door as well. Last breath on Canna. KC spread out through the Elder is not how you want to see it happen. It's double TP now, or at least 2 members in the fray. Vladi's the next target. Nuke goes golden. Adam's trying to clear the wave, but Nuke just in the middle. outplays his hand a little bit. Vladi's space is good too, but Elder goes down to BDS. If Vladi walks in, he dies. If Canna walks in, he dies. Windwall denies. And even though BDS, it's been messy to get to this point in front of the Nexus to get their 4th win. They'll blast it down, but no, Minions! Minions not taken care of. KC can't hold on, and BDS moved to 4. After what a game that was.
It wasn't pretty, it wasn't clean, but in the end it's a BDS win. At the very least, the early game was, and I've got to give props. The early game was a long time ago. Adam played really damn well using his counter pick, finding a huge lead on the Canna. And wow, that's a game to end it on.
That was a game to end the week on. Holy, unfortunate. They kept them on the chain for quite a long time. I think BDS will look at that. They'll be upset because they had that game, you know, through top div, through mid. Don't forget, you can vote for your Kira. Play the game at LEC on X. Is it Sheo, Nuke, or Ice? That is a good question.
That's a good question. Why isn't Adam there? You know what? I'm going to say it. I'd vote Adam.
I would vote Adam, actually.
Vote in the comments.
Adam hears, he's like, wait, I wasn't on the MVP? Adam was sick. I mean, Labrov as well.
Labrov engages.
Labrov engages, always good, always a good time. I mean, I think Labrov is another, you know, another support who, you know, we kind of highlighted many splits so far in this year. That was strange. I don't know what to think about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was too harsh on BDS. I don't know if I was too harsh on KC. I don't know if I wasn't harsh enough. What just happened? It was a strange game, especially after coming from SK Fnatic. I think there was a lot of macro and there was a lot of base, like, we could track that, you know, where, like, the thought process from KC and both BDS at times, there were some question marks.
Yeah, I think at the very least, KC almost came back. They had some nice moments, getting numbers advantage, capitalizing on the engages. But still, that early game, I think BDS just beat them with their wallets.
Yeah. Well, if it was my birthday, I'd be happy with the day. You know?
True.
Sjoks, happy birthday. If anyone didn't hear before at the start of show. Yeah, we got so many birthdays this week.
We do.
We had...
It was Laure last week, right?
Yeah, no, Laure's earlier in the week. We got Sjoks. I don't know if I'm allowed to say someone who starts with M and was on the analyst desk before. I don't normally say people's birthdays without asking. I don't know if that's a thing. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Medic!
His is tomorrow. So yeah, a lot of June people as well. June, a very special month, and hopefully for BDS too as they move to 4-on-1. We've got an interview on stage with Laure with... I can't see because the camera's... It looks like Adam. The camera's in the way. Thank you. We'll throw it over the interview.
It is Adam, indeed. Adam, why am I calling you Adam?
Adam?
Yeah, Adam.
Adam.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
your name,
Adam.
Adam. Congratulations, félicitations on taking down KC. I feel like it's always an anticipated matchup, but mostly for the what you see on socials and the interactions between you, KC members. I know you had a special message for Kote, who works at KC. This is your camera if you want to say something.
Like Kote, he likes to trash talk so much.
I know.
But he needs to fix his team first, right? So hopefully better next time.
So I brought the logs, of course, here, because when Canna got recruited at KC, you said, I will translate the best way I can, because there's some bad words here. I used to educate Canna ever since I was at Fnatic for my worlds 3 years before that, but now he's going to get educated again in the ADC. So tell me about this lesson, this education that you gave Canna today, with an amazing counter pick on top of that.
I mean, he blind speaks TF, so probably in Korea he doesn't know much about Yasuo, right? Because Korea is like Kasante meta, but here you have a lot of like special picks, right? Like you could see, please don't show this play naturally.
We're going to talk about this play right after.
No, it happened. It was first time volleyball on stage. I was trying to find good answer into Rumble. Rumble is a bit broken.
Yeah.
So yeah, but he plays TF, and I like Yasuo into TF specifically. And we could see 60 CS behind. He cannot play. He cannot even lane. He doesn't even want to go top. So just top gap.
What a lesson. And what a comeback, actually, because the video we just saw now is from Worlds last year, where I think it was Canna who educated you. We're not going to show the replay again, but I want to know, what did you learn from this specific matchup and the first time you played against him when you were at Fnatic? Because it did not go well for you, Adam, the first times you faced off against Canna. So what changed? Outside of the counter pick, what did you learn on this?
What changed is probably the fact that he doesn't have Rumble, aka the most broken pick in the top lane, the champion that gives a lot of career to a lot of top laners, And, you know, I'm not this type of guy. I don't need to play a champion that gives career, so yeah.
Sure. And you keep on innovating, and I know that there's this discussion often around the fact that if you ban 3 champions against Adam, he's not going to have any options. But you keep on finding options, learning new options. So how comfortable do you feel on the top lane meta right now, especially given that it's the most diverse in the game and in the ADC?
Yes, that's true. I mean, my biggest change coming up into this year was really to diversify myself in terms of pick and also to be way more flexible in terms of draft for my team. So I had to practice, like for example, the Gragas that we could see. I play a lot of Xante, so I try to be like more useful to my team in general, while trying not to forget too much my natural gameplay, which is the carries, right? And we could see last year my main core was only my Gods champion, but this year it's really different, and hopefully it still works, right? So I hope to make words with this kind of gameplay to see if I'm really washed or not.
2-minute tricks up your sleeves and keeping on shutting up the haters, which I appreciate. Of course, we have Nuke waiting in PGL with Sjoks. Do you have a specific message? Because I keep on seeing TikToks from him and really interesting videos. Anything in that area? Do you like what he does on social media right now?
Yeah, I mean, Nuke is the goat of content. You know, when we need Nuke, he will be here. So good job, Nuke.
Good job, Nuke. And good job, Adam. Thank you so much for the interview. And we're going to wrap up this week 2 of the ADC with a beautiful PGL with Nuke and Sjoks. Take it away.